This is my offering bowl, and it is filled with birdseed right now. So I want to show you the bowl because it's one of the most beautiful things I own, and it was made by a woman I knew in Los Angeles in her very first pottery class. Her name was Alicia. So you can see the blues and greens, and I love it. So now in the summer I was using for an offering barley, organic barley, and organic flaxseed from the co-op, and it was for eating. It wasn't, like, go plant sell some barley. But what ended up happening was, where it was scattered, within 3 days barley was growing everywhere, and I took that as a really good sign. So it just became sort of a barley patch that grows, and with all the offerings that I do every day, there was a lot of seeds being done there. So the co-op definitely has some good stuff. Okay. The bird seed is because the ground is frozen now, and once we go past the winter solstice, it really does start to get really cold here, and often covered in layers of snow. And sometimes you'll even see owls that are starving because they can't get through the snow to find prey. So for the birds that don't migrate, if you're going to feed them, keep it up, because they get used to a place. And if you suddenly stop, in like March, that's when they need it the most. So if you're going to feed birds, start and just do March and get them through. So anyway, I have a place where my upstairs neighbor already has a bird feeder, and my bird feeder is below it, and there's a bush, so they feel safer there. Just when you're deciding where to put a bird feeder, just remember that the birds like to feel safe. They don't want any cats or anything coming up on them. So with my offerings, instead of drinking and saying, Hail Freya, and pouring in mead or something like that, I will say, Hail Freya, and put in the handful of birdseed. And the birds will eat it, and they will carry these up to the gods that are in the sky, if you believe the gods are in the sky, which Indo-European thought definitely seems to assume most are. But the other thing that they do is, a lot of seeds and nuts and stuff, like, they don't get digested. They don't break down in the body. That's why, like, if you're going to use chia or any nuts, any grains, any beans, anything, you have to soak them, or you'll get no nutritional benefit from them. So nature being very smart, and plants being very smart, the birds, when they poop, and other animals when they poop, I've seen this with bear scat, you can see all the seeds has gone right through their bodies. And it's in its own little fertilizer. So they're taking the prayers up into the sky, which is beautiful, and some of the seeds maybe will take root, which is why we're really careful to use organic, native birdseed. We don't want to poison the birds, so make sure it's organic. Please don't harm them. And the fact that it's native, anything with seeds, I always go with native and heirloom if I can, just because why would you contribute to invasive species problems, right? I mean, this is a nature religion, so thinking out your offerings is really important. Mine are always biodegradable and organic. So birdseed is what we're doing this winter.